when the scale's working in your favor, you're like, baby, I'm not questioning it. It's like, okay, it's whatever. It's all good. Greetings, Weight Watchers and friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Love Filler, and I'm here with a Weight Watchers weigh-in video. I am back this week. Like I said I was going to come back regardless of what the scale said, and it turns out I'm not happy with what the scale says. So there's a long story to it, but long story short, I'm up 0.6. Okay, look at that, me saying the weight first. What happened was I did intermittent fasting every single day. So that was good, I guess, if intermittent fasting is good for health, but clearly didn't affect it wasn't good for my weight loss. I guess the other part of the story is, like, right now I'm headed to the doctor. I think, was I headed to the doctor last time I talked to you? No, maybe just I made a video, but anyway, headed to the doctor because my blood pressure medication, I need to get my blood pressure medication taken care of. I definitely don't want to be on blood pressure medication. I don't want to have issues with high blood pressure, but I have to get my whole life together, and that's one of the areas. And so I had been on this blood pressure medication for a long time, and then I started having some side effects. Then I switched medications, and that medication was fine in terms of side effects, but then really it wasn't keeping my blood pressure down well enough, and it turns out that it's the highest dosage of that medication. So they give me another medication, and that medication is giving me some other weird side effects like dizziness and like the place is spinning, bad headache, stuff like that. So now I'm going to the doctor. I actually went to the doctor last week to get off of that, to like get a new medication, but the lady just told me just to wait. But then the dizziness was just getting really ridiculous. Like, it was really ridiculous, and I was like, I'm not taking this pill one more day, especially when I have a couple of people that I know who have vertigo. And then when the lady said that, oh, it's not like what kind of dizziness, when she was asking me what kind of dizziness it was, and when I described it, she was like, oh, vertigo. And I was like, ooh, that was like a big, huge warning sign to me, because these ladies that I know have vertigo are like, when they suffered with it. It's really bad. So I'm glad that they shared that with me, because I was like, no way. I stopped taking that pill right away, because whatever that first pill, the side effects that I was having from it, I kept taking the pills so long, like not realizing why I was having those side effects, thinking it was like all these other things, that those side effects still kind of are there a little bit, even though like they like reduce a lot, but they're still there a little bit from the other medication that I was on. So now, and I've been off of that medication now a year, and I still have some of those side effects lingering, which is crazy. And then the whole pharmaceutical industry, all this stuff is crazy. The whole entire thing, our food industry, everything is insane. Okay, but then now this is happening, and I just was like, I'm not gonna. First of all, I couldn't take it, the vertigo feeling. I couldn't take it. I could not take it. So I was like, I'm gonna stop taking these pills. Plus, I knew that I don't want that to like stick, you know, because no. So I'm going back to hopefully get another prescription. So now what does that have to do with weight loss? long story. What does that have to do with weight loss? What has to do with weight loss is that that pill that I was taking had a diuretic in it, because I do have issues with retaining water. So that pill had a diuretic in it. So I was wondering, and I started taking that weeks before I did my weigh-in last week or whatever, and I was wondering how I was eating all that crap and not gaining weight. But you know, it's like when the scale's working in your favor, you're like, baby, I'm not questioning it. It's like, okay, it's whatever. It's all good. Yeah, it turned out that pill had a diuretic in it, and yeah. So I mean, I could tell the difference in my body, especially once I was like eating right. I could really tell that I was not retaining water, but I thought, because the doctor specifically told me that it did not have a diuretic in it, and I thought that it was just me eating. just me eating well or something. No. So, okay, long story short, because I'm about to go to inside to the doctor's office, I could have gained weight because I wasn't counting my points. I did not count points this week. I did intermittent fasting. I did not count points. And the crazy thing is, but the scale's going up, as I can see my like water retention is going up. So I have no idea what the problem is, except I know I didn't count points. I do know that. So charge it to the game of not counting points, and hopefully everything works itself out next week. So this week, doing intermittent fasting, and I'm counting points. Even though I find it kind of difficult when to count points of things I don't really know how many points are in the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could just be, or if you like, I got this Mexican dish and it was like a complicated dish, and it was just like, what? I don't know how many points to count for this. So that threw me off for the week. And then another day I had another complicated dish, and it was just like, forget it. But I had to come up with the solution for that. So you all who count points, what's your solution? Just guess or something? I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ciao, friends. I will see you next week at my weigh-in, regardless of what the scale says, because I have got to stick with it. Thanks so much for sticking with me. I appreciate you. Ciao.